Right now at 5, the COVID fight isn't over. As variants continue to spread, we'll break down the latest numbers.
8 people are dead after another mass shooting, this time at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis. What we know about the suspected shooter.
Plus, City of Madison preparing for possible protests this weekend. We will hear from the mayor.
This is News 3 Now at 5.
And thanks for staying with us. It's not time yet to let down your guard when it comes to COVID or delay that booking your vaccine.
Naomi Coles joins us with the newest COVID trends statewide. Naomi?
We are still far below our autumn all-time high in Wisconsin, but COVID cases are still trending in the wrong direction. The big hope, of course, can vaccinations outpace variants?
We love watching the vaccination numbers keep going up. We don't love as much when we see case numbers going up.
3 weeks ago, I showed you how COVID activity across Wisconsin was trending toward lighter blue or lower activity. Today, you can see that trend starting to reverse, with fewer than 5 counties now below the dark blue threshold. Overall positive case averages are also trending up, thanks in part to variants. Dane County is no exception.
Likely the B117 variant, which is more transmissible, is playing a role there.
The newest variant data statewide tracks almost 600 active variant cases, with the UK and a California variant by far the widest spread. As the state sequences more variants, we're getting a better picture of how they're contributing to spread.
Very likely part of the explanation of why cases are increasing in Wisconsin. We are seeing more cases in younger people as a proportion of all of our cases.
The question we're all asking, will vaccination rates keep up? Statewide, almost 40% of the population has their first dose. In Dane County, we're now over 50% and 85% fully vaccinated in the 65-plus group.
And since that's the population with the most severe outcomes, that's a really, really promising milestone to reach in that population.
And the final piece, can our cases stay below our neighbors?
That the B117 variant has really impacted Michigan and Minnesota, starting to show up a lot in Illinois too. So we're kind of in this Wisconsin sandwich right now.
Now, in vaccinations, we are right on par with Minnesota. They have started at least 1 dose vaccine for 2.2 million adults 16 and over. Also on par with Michigan. They've vaccinated just over 40% of their adult population.
Naomi, thank you. Now, DHS says more than 700 new cases of the virus in the state were reported today. Officials did not update their vaccination numbers today. Now, if you're still looking for a vaccine appointment, you can still sign up to get one next week. The Majestic Theater hosting a free pop-up vaccination clinic. That'll be Tuesday. They'll be vaccinating people 9 a.m. until 2:30 in the afternoon, and there are still plenty of openings. We have a link to that to sign up on our website. Local organizations are teaming up to make sure Hmong and Southeastern Asian community members are vaccinated. The Hmong Institute hosting a COVID-19 vaccination clinic tomorrow, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That'll be at their building on Femright Drive in Madison. The vaccine clinic is by appointment only. Hmong doctors and nurses are volunteering to help reduce fear and answer some questions about vaccine safety and potential side effects after getting vaccinated.
The race to vaccinate every adult American continues, with more than 3 million doses being delivered each day. About half of American adults have a single vaccine so far, but a new study suggests Americans may need another shot within a year of being fully vaccinated.
With many vaccines, we understand that at a certain point in time, we need to boost, whether that's 9 months, 12 months, and we are preparing for that, Congressman.
The Biden administration announced this morning that it is spending $1.7 billion in scientific research so the CDC and states can detect and track new coronavirus variants.
Wisconsin health officials say a statewide pause on the Johnson & Johnson vaccine will continue until federal officials recommend otherwise. The FDA and CDC recommended pausing earlier this week on the J&J vaccine after 6 reports of a very rare blood clot condition. In all, 6.8 million people have received that shot. Wisconsin health officials have stressed this does not mean the vaccine isn't safe, but that the government is taking every precaution. Anyone who already received the Johnson & Johnson vaccine and is worried about the blood clots should monitor for symptoms like severe headache, abdominal pain, leg pain, or shortness of breath.
Area medical experts are debunking some COVID vaccine myths. Right now, everyone 16 and older is eligible to receive the COVID-19 vaccine in Wisconsin. And doctors want you to know that you should still get the shot if you than once had COVID. And you need both doses of the Pfizer and Moderna vaccines to be fully protected.
Vaccines are designed to be 2-dose so that the second dose is able to boost the first one that you received. And even if you have had COVID-19 in between that first and second dose, you should still get that second dose, but the timing is important. You should not be getting the second dose if you have any symptoms for COVID-19, if you haven't recovered. And it's got to be at least 10 days after you first had symptoms in order for you to be able to go out, make the appointment, and get the vaccine.
For those who are hesitant about getting the vaccine because they think the shot was rushed, he says each vaccine went through the proper steps in order to be approved. The Milwaukee Bucks are the latest Wisconsin sports team to get their COVID-19 vaccinations while encouraging others to do the same. The Bucks held vaccine clinics for players and team staff recently with the help of Froedtert Hospital and the Medical College of Wisconsin.
Saw a little more sun today, but will temperatures warm up for the weekend? Gary looks ahead. He's out on the weather patio.
Well, just getting the sunshine in here really has warmed things up. Temperatures today have been in the upper 50s, some places around 60 degrees. And you can see a visible cloud track. The clouds today are to our south and west. Yesterday they were around here, but it was sunny to our south. Now those clouds have shifted back toward the west. And you can see on Doppler track no precipitation across southern Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning started out rather chilly. Once the skies cleared out, we dropped to 30 in Madison. A few places hit the 20s north of town. And right now temperatures are right around the 60-degree mark. In fact, Madison right at 60, Janesville's at 61. By tomorrow morning, temperatures will drop back to around freezing with partly cloudy skies overnight. With partly sunny skies tomorrow, I'm thinking high temperatures at least into the upper 50s. We'll be about the same for Sunday, but another shot of cooler weather is on the way for early next week. I'll tell you more about that in just a few minutes.
All right, Gary, thank you. Police in Indiana are trying to figure out what led a gunman to kill 8 people at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis before taking his own life. Law enforcement identified the shooter as 19-year-old Brandon Scott Hole. They say the shooting started shortly after the gunman arrived, armed with a rifle. Police say by the time they arrived, the shooter had taken his own life.
There was no confrontation with anyone that was there. There was no disturbance. There was no argument. He just appeared to randomly start shooting, and that began in the parking lot, and then he did go into the building, into the facility for a brief period of time.
Federal investigators are assisting local police as they try to figure out a motive. The FBI says its agents questioned Hole last year after his mother called police. She was concerned that he might commit suicide by cop. President Biden has ordered flags to fly at half-staff until sunset on Tuesday following that shooting. And Governor Tony Evers followed suit here in Wisconsin.
There's rising anger in Chicago after the deadly police shooting of a 13-year-old boy. A body camera recorded what happened as Officer Eric Stillman responded to reports of gunshots. This was March 29th. As soon as he got to the scene, a chase started. 19 seconds after he got out of his car, he fired a single shot that killed 13-year-old Adam Toledo. Toledo appears to put his hand on one side of the wooden fence before turning. Police released this blown-up image they say shows Toledo with a gun. In body camera footage, a gun is seen on the ground, but in a freeze frame when Toledo was shot, both hands appear to be empty.
A child was given a directive. He complied. He surrendered. He turned to the officer with his hands up, and then he was shot.
The president of the Chicago Police Union believes Officer Stillman's actions were justified. Officer Stillman has been placed on administrative leave pending an investigation.
Across the country, all eyes are on Minnesota, where it's been a week of pain and outrage. Former Officer Kim Potter is accused of shooting 20-year-old Dante Wright during a traffic stop in Brooklyn Center on Sunday. The police chief, who has since resigned, said the longtime officer confused her taser with her handgun. Families of shooting victims came together in sadness and rage in Minneapolis, where the mother of Dante Wright demanded tougher charges against the former officer accused of killing her son.
Second-degree manslaughter is not okay. I'm not okay with that. That's not right. She murdered my son.
Meanwhile, a verdict in Derek Chauvin's murder trial could come as soon as next week. Both sides rested Thursday after the former officer chose not to take the stand in his own defense. Closing arguments are set to begin Monday, and the city is ready with one of the biggest security operations in Minnesota's history, including thousands of officers and National Guard troops already on patrol.
Downtown Madison also preparing for what may be a busy weekend of protests and marches.
In the midst of the Derek Chauvin trial and several more national reports of black men being shot by police officers, many are wanting their voices heard. Our Jamie Perez asked the city how it plans to handle this weekend and the weeks ahead. Jamie?
Right, well, at this point, businesses are not boarded up along here on State Street as they have been for protests in the past. Now, we looked up some events that are happening this weekend, and all of them are referencing that they should remain peaceful in terms of those rallies and marches, and the people who live and work downtown are hopeful that they will remain that way. Now, the organizers of an event that's happening on Sunday, they're calling it a demonstration of solidarity with one another. It's as people are coming together for an open mic, music, food, and they're going to be running some food drives. Now, Mayor Satya Rhodes Conway said, with things still happening nationwide, the city is prepared for what could come in the next few weeks.
We absolutely support people expressing their First Amendment rights, and our police department works hard to facilitate that. But we do not support any violence against people or property. It's important for folks to remember that there's a lot of people that live downtown, and their safety is just as important as everybody else's.
The Madison Police Department also plans to hold a press conference on Monday to address some of these things. We will be there for that and bring you the city's latest plans and response to that.
All right, Jamie, live tonight. Thank you. One person was killed, another injured when two motorcycles collided last night. This was near Portage. Authorities with the State Patrol responded to I-39 near the 90-94-78 interchange for a report of a two-motorcycle crash. This was just before 8:30. When they arrived, troopers found one of the motorcyclists, a 45-year-old man, unresponsive. He later died from his injuries a short time later. The other motorcyclist was treated at the scene for minor injuries. Now, witnesses at the scene told authorities the two motorcyclists collided with each other. The State Patrol's investigation is ongoing.
An investigation is underway after a fire at a vacant business near the Madison College campus. It happened at the former Callahan Sports Pub on Bartillion Drive, just off Stoughton Road, just before 11 o'clock this morning. Several people called 911 after seeing black smoke coming from the building. By the time crews got to the scene, they saw fire on the roof. Crews were able to put it out, and no one was injured. Callahan Sports Pub permanently closed in 2018.
And ahead on News 3 Now at 5, a member of a far-right group has become the first person to plead guilty in the Capitol riots. We'll have the latest still ahead at 5. And coming up tonight at 6, President Biden's American Rescue Plan wasn't said to be just about those stimulus checks. It was also designed to fight child poverty, but for how long? The answer tonight at 6. And on Wall Street, the Dow closing the week with a 165-point surge. The Nasdaq up 13.5. The S&P adds 15. We'll be right back.
Tonight on CBS, it's a full night of action and drama, starting with MacGyver at 7. Then it's Magnum P.I. at 8, followed by Blue Bloods at 9. Then get a complete wrap-up of the day's news on News 3 Now at 10.
Furniture and Appliance Mart Spring Semi-Annual Appliance Deals are on now. Save up to 40% off top brands and special no-interest financing, plus delivery within 5 days on in-stock appliances at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley Home Store off the Beltline.
Adding privacy and security to your home is simple with Menards. And with 11% off everything, our selection of fencing designs, materials, and accessories can turn your ideas into reality. Whether you're looking for modest and elegant or sturdy and secure, Menards can help in-store or online. Our Design and Buy Fence Designer on Menards.com makes building your dreams even easier. Get 11% off everything now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand. That's why people are taking it everywhere. Taking SUVs like Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with the most capable Silverado ever. No matter what you do, there's a Chevy that's perfect to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get a $4,400 cash allowance on all 2021 Silverado Crew Cab pickups. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
Get the max out of your tax refund at iMart Express. With 2 pairs starting under $40, you'll spend less on the have-tos and keep more for the want-tos. Our prices won't break the bank. Your tax refund goes further at iMart Express.
Patio doors, patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors. Scott the window guy can do patio doors.
We do patio doors at scottthewindowguy.com.
It used to be that when you were healthy, you didn't have to think about healthcare.
You didn't care which doctors invented which treatment.
But now, things are different.
Now when you or someone close to you is sick, that's all you care about.
A doctor with answers. A medical team you can trust that treats you like you're important.
UW Health. Remarkable medicine. Remarkable care.
Ashley Home Store's Spring Semi-Annual Sale is on now. Our hottest looks of the season are on sale now, including doorbusters like these. Plus, no interest for 3 years. And a bonus 10% off our sale prices at checkout. Now at Ashley Home Store.
Tonight at 6, celebrating a vaccination milestone at the Alliant Energy Center. And President Biden's American Rescue Plan wasn't just about stimulus checks. It also aims to help child poverty. Its impact on local families tonight at 6.
An insurance company denies a transfer from hospital to rehab for a local woman battling COVID-19.
We know without this facility, she probably will never come home.
News 3 Now's Leah Linscheid gets answers to a call for action. Sunday at 10. You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
Welcome back. The Coast Guard told families of missing workers another body has been found from the lift boat that capsized off the Louisiana coast. This morning, the Coast Guard said the body found was about 33 miles from the overturned ship. Lafourche Parish coroner John King also told NOLA.com the body was found in the water, not on the vessel, where divers hope to find some survivors. 6 of the 19 workers on the boat were rescued within hours of the wreck, and 11 are still missing.
A member of the far-right Oath Keepers militia group is the first defendant to plead guilty to federal charges in connection with the insurrection at the U.S. Capitol. John Ryan Schaefer, also a heavy metal guitarist in the band Iced Earth. A U.S. district judge said Schaefer has agreed to cooperate with investigators in hopes of getting a lighter sentence, and the Justice Department will consider putting Schaefer in the federal witness security program. It's been 100 days since a violent mob stormed the Capitol January 6th. 5 people died, 140 officers were injured.
The White House says President Joe Biden is expected to increase the refugee cap for the remainder of this fiscal year by May 15th. Earlier today, the president moved to accelerate refugee admissions, but kept his predecessor's historically low cap of 15,000 refugees for this year, triggering a backlash from Democratic lawmakers and resettlement agencies. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said later that President Biden has been consulting with his advisors to determine what number of refugees could realistically be admitted to the United States between now and October 1st, the end of the fiscal year.
All right, let's get a look at your first warn forecast as we're heading for the weekend. Here's Gary.
Well, we finally turned the corner, at least as far as the sunshine is concerned. And in 3 things you need to know, we're looking for dry weather to continue through the weekend with partly sunny skies and high temperatures in the upper 50s. Showers will return for Monday and Tuesday, and in between Monday night into Tuesday morning, it probably will be cold enough for some flakes of snow to mix in. High temperatures only in the upper 40s on Monday and middle 40s for Tuesday. Chilly weather continues for the middle of next week with highs in the upper 40s for Wednesday and middle 50s for Thursday. Looks like by the end of next week, we'll start to see temperatures back to around the 60-degree mark. The new Climate Prediction Center monthly and seasonal outlooks have come out. This is for the month of May, and it's calling for above normal temperatures just south of Madison, pretty much for the entire country for areas south of here. And precipitation is expected to be above normal from the Midwest through the southeastern part of the country, with below normal precipitation expected over the south central portion of the nation. Now, the 3-month outlook for May, June, and July is calling for above normal temperatures for almost the entire lower 48 states of the United States. The only exception, just a little sliver up in the northwestern portion of the country. Precipitation expected to be below normal out west. That's an area that's being hit hard by a drought right now, and that's not going to help things. But above normal precipitation chances will be highest in the eastern part of the country, just south and east of southern Wisconsin. Low temperatures this morning, pretty chilly. As skies cleared out, we got temperatures to drop into the 20s to around 30 degrees. Here in Madison, we dropped right to 30 degrees. But on weather track, you can see how we just have some mid and high level clouds here. The thicker clouds are to our south and west. That was a storm yesterday that was bringing snow in parts of Colorado and into the western Dakotas. That storm taking a southerly path. Just a few high clouds streaming off of that will move into southern Wisconsin. But now it looks like we'll see a little more sunshine than what I was expecting yesterday. So I'm thinking the temperatures at least should be in the upper 50s for this weekend. The current weather map shows a weak area of high pressure located across Illinois. That's kind of blocking the progression of this weather system and will eventually will force it more to the south. That high pressure system extends back up into Canada. Northerly winds on the backside of the high pressure system, still keeping temperatures slightly below normal, but getting closer to where we should be. 60 right now in Madison, 64 degrees in La Crosse. Again, the cloud cover out to the west, keeping temperatures in the 50s and even 40s once you start getting toward Nebraska and the Dakotas. Compared to 24 hours ago, our temperatures have jumped up about 10 to 15 degrees just because of the sunshine. And as we look at future track, look for partly cloudy skies tonight, partly sunny skies expected for the day tomorrow. Again, that weather system staying to our south. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies, and then look for partly sunny skies on Sunday. Here comes that next weather system with the showers that will reach us Monday morning, and by Monday night, possibility for some flakes of snow to mix in with those showers. Tomorrow, though, partly sunny, a pleasant day, high temperature at 57, about the same for Sunday, 58 for a high. Showers on Monday, high of 49. Again, they could mix with a few flakes of snow Monday night into Tuesday morning. Tuesday's high only at 44, 49 on Wednesday with a slight chance for a shower. Mid-50s on Thursday, a chance of showers on Friday, and then temperatures for next weekend, about the same as this weekend, in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. As we check out first warn traffic, and for some reason my graphic doesn't want to go ahead to that, but we are looking at some slowdowns on the Beltline, especially in the westbound direction. There was a traffic accident around the area around Todd Drive. Travel times in the westbound direction were running about 35 minutes as of a couple of minutes ago, whereas on the eastbound Beltline, those traffic times, there we go. The computer's finally updated there. You can see still some slowdowns westbound direction. Travel time right now, 22 minutes in the westbound direction on the Beltline, 16 minutes on the eastbound direction between University Avenue and the interstate. Heading out of Madison, 25 minutes down to Janesville on I-3990 from the Beltline. US 12 from Middleton to Sauk City is a 16-minute commute, and downtown to Sun Prairie on East Washington Avenue and US 151, also a 16-minute commute. That's your News 3 Now First Warn traffic.
Gary, thank you. And ahead at 5, how the Air National Guard in Madison plans to honor a fallen 115th Fighter Wing pilot this weekend. Stay with us.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
There's been much debate about the Mona Lisa smile. Would it have been bigger and brighter if she'd had good dental care? Maybe if Physicians Mutual Insurance Company had been around back then, it'd be a different story. She could have gone to the dentist more, knowing she'd have help paying the bills. And those regular checkups might have found early signs of tooth decay or gum disease, costly problems that could keep anyone from smiling. Physicians Mutual offers affordable coverage that can help pay for cleanings and unexpected or expensive procedures you might need, like crowns or dentures. This is real dental insurance, not just a discount plan or for checkups only. There are no deductibles, and there's no annual maximum. Plus, you can see any dentist you want. Call or go online today for a free information kit from Physicians Mutual. Get the dental care you need to help you stay healthy. For your free information kit with all the details, call us now or go to sendinfokit.com.
Chevy is America's fastest growing full-line brand, and people are taking it everywhere. Taking Trailblazer outdoors, confidently taking on new places with Equinox, and taking on more with Silverado. Whatever you do, there's a perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. Find your perfect Chevy and get up to 17% of MSRP cash back on select 2021 models. That's over $5,400 cash back on this Equinox. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
You call me devious, but you don't understand that all I
So what do you think?
I love it.
Is your credit score getting in the way of the things you want to do? Personal loans through NetCredit offer fast and flexible lending. Borrow up to $10,000 and choose repayment terms that work for you. You may even be able to build your credit history as you repay. NetCredit, a more personal loan.
When it comes to your financial health, just a few small steps can make a real difference.
Guidance on your terms. Confidence feels good. Chase, make more of what's yours.
Wisconsin is a home of workers. We know what needs to get done, and we do it. Yet, we've been hit hard, some harder than others. Our contact may be limited, but we still can lift each other up. Your local Wisconsin energy and emergency rental assistance providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we want you to know we're here to help.
You're watching News 3 Now at 5.
And this just into our newsroom, the Dane County Medical Examiner has identified the teenager involved in a fatal crash in McFarland. Officials say 19-year-old Cameron Pulinitz of Fitchburg was killed in the crash that happened Tuesday night. Officials say police attempted a traffic stop on Highway 51. The vehicle, they say, did not stop, but instead exited the highway on Sigilco Road. The officer ended the pursuit. Later, the officer turned around, found the vehicle had hit a home. Pulinitz, they say, was the driver of that vehicle and was pronounced dead at the scene. 4 other people in the vehicle were taken to the hospital. No one in that house was injured. The Wisconsin Department of Justice is investigating the crash. There will be an F-16 flyover tomorrow to salute fallen 115 fighter wing pilot Major Durwood Jones. The flyover will take place in the skies over Truax Field at Dane County Regional Airport at 11:30 tomorrow morning during a memorial service held in honor of Major Jones, who died in an F-16 crash in Michigan's Upper Peninsula late last year. The Missing Man Formation is an aerial salute flyover that is performed in memory of a fallen pilot.
Old Glory being raised at the unveiling of a new World War I memorial in our nation's capital. It is something families of Americans who fought and died in the First World War have waited decades to see. Until now, Washington, D.C. didn't have a national memorial for what historians call the Great War. Nearly 5 million Americans fought in the war overseas, and more than 116,000 died. President Biden says the memorial was a long time coming.
This memorial finally will offer a chance for people to visit and reflect and to remember. More than 100 years has passed since World War I ended, but the legacy and courage of those doughboys sailing off to war and the values they fought to defend still live in our nation today. So thank you. May God bless you and protect our troops.
The memorial is on Pennsylvania Avenue near the White House and is set to open to the public tomorrow.
Stay with us. We're back with a final check of your weekend First Warn forecast next.
Gruber, thank you for your hard work, your dedication, and your love for people. The ability to change lives, and you changed mine as well. Thank you so much.
Let my team at Gruber Law Offices take care of you.
How about poor Fred Wilson?
What a shame. So soon after retiring.
I hear his wife needed help with the funeral expenses.
That's ridiculous. He had Social Security.
When my brother died, his wife received a check from Social Security, all right, for $255. The funeral costs were well over $8,000. How on earth did she pay for it? Fortunately, my brother bought additional life insurance before he retired. I bet that cost a pretty penny, huh? Not with Colonial Penn. Coverage options start at just $9.95 a month. Well, less than 35 cents a day. I have it myself.
We both do.
Both of you?
That's right. Neither of us had to answer any health questions or take a physical exam. In fact, no one our age can be turned down for any health reason.
No one?
Nope.
Is this a plan that offers a lot of protection at first and then reduces it little by little each year?
No. I've had this coverage for years. My benefit never decreases as I get older.
Your rates go up every year, right?
No, not at all.
Friends keep telling friends about guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance from Colonial Penn Life Insurance Company. With this coverage, your premium never increases for any reason, and your benefit won't decrease simply because you grow older. Options start at just $9.95 a month. If you're age 50 to 85, you cannot be turned down because of your health. Colonial Penn specializes in protection for mature men and women. To find out more, call now.
Call now and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. Call 1-800-797-8989 for your free information and free gift. That's 1-800-797-8989. There's no risk. That number again is 1-800-797-8989. 1-800-797-8989. Call now.
Get an extra 5% off our low internet prices on select appliance purchases from top brands during the spring savings sale at Grand Appliance. Get outstanding deals like this Samsung 4.5 cubic foot front load washer with steam, just $6.98. Or this 4-piece stainless steel Frigidaire kitchen package for just $16.98. Shop your local Grand showroom or grandappliance.com for these deals and more. Grand Appliance. Trusted since 1930.
I was in excellent hands with Gruber Law Offices.
At the end of the whole process, you felt like part of the family.
Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
They are the best law office in the state of Wisconsin.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, the president speaks out after a gun massacre at a FedEx facility in Indianapolis. Why the FBI says the gunman's mom reported him to police last year. Plus, search for survivors. The grim discovery tonight as the Coast Guard keeps looking for crew members off the coast of Louisiana. And we go on the road with a family determined to get a made-up word added to the dictionary. That's all in honor of their dad. That's tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
And before we leave you at 5, a final check on the weather.
Well, temperatures are pretty comfortable right now thanks to the sunshine. 60 in Madison, 61 in Janesville. Temperatures will drop into the lower 30s tonight. Highs tomorrow, upper 50s with partly sunny skies. About the same for Sunday. Showers cooler for the early part of next week. By the end of next week, temperatures should be back to around 60.
All right, Gary, thanks. We're back in 30 minutes for News 3 Now at 6. CBS Evening News with Nora O'Donnell coming up next. Stay tuned.